Sims does things well in The Sims 4, and they do. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am Plumbella. I make Sims videos because of the plumber, Plumbella. There is a new game pack coming out for The Sims 4, which is called Strangerville. It's a bit of a contested issue right now. There's some people who love it, there's some people who don't want anything to do with it. So I'm just going to be giving my initial thoughts. I am a game changer, so I do have the game pack early for me to play, but I haven't played with it yet. But all of these opinions are going to be my own. Yous know that I'm not scared to shade EA if I think something's wrong, or if I don't like something. I'm not going to be like, oh, it's great just because I'm a game changer and I want early access. I'm still going to give my 100% honest opinion, which is pretty much obvious if you watch my videos. Because it's such a contested topic, I thought I'd give my own opinion on it, and so you can see how I feel, because I get this question a lot, specifically on my streams. A lot of people ask me about it and I've spoke on there, but it's quite a small community when I stream, so I thought I'd bring it to YouTube and share it for everybody to see. So if you don't know what Strangerville is, which you probably do, but in case you don't, I'll tell you a little bit about it. It's basically this weird desert world, which is kind of set on Strangetown in The Sims 2, which if you played The Sims 2, Strangetown was it. Like, that was unbelievable. There was so much secrecy, alien babies, aliens, just a lot of weird families going on, and it was one of my favourite plot points in The Sims 2, so I'm excited to have something in The Sims 4 that kind of reflects that. Very much looking forward to it, in fact, very much. And there's this whole secret thing going on where people are like doing, you know, like that thing, and it's all about mind control, and you got the new military career. So we get a new career out of it as well, which is pretty cool. The military career, I would just like to clarify that I'm saying the word career and not the word career, because people get confused about that with my accent. I see where you come from, but no, I'm not on about North Korea or South Korea. I'm on about Korea. My opinion should have been included in the base game. It's been a staple in The Sims since The Sims 1, so I do think that Korea should have been in the base game, but that's how I feel with a lot of careers. I don't think that we've got enough careers right now, and I'm kind of happy that we're getting a career with this, but it's also a double-edged sword, because again, it's the same kind of, that should have already been included, why is it not included? It's that kind of thing. But still, I'm happy to have it there. Little bit annoyed that we have to pay money for it, but it also ties in really well with the pack. So, you know, it's not just like randomly thrown in there when it could have been included with a free update, because it literally goes hand in hand with the pack. And I'm pretty sure that the career as well is an active career. You can go and do it like the gardening one, not necessarily like get to work, but it's more interactive than just the default careers. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited for that. We don't know much about clothing or objects and stuff. Don't know much about that yet. You can build a crashed plane. I know that that's being confirmed. It's also a fully residential town, which is absolutely great. If you are struggling with worlds like Selva Dorada or Granite Falls, if you want them to be playable, there is a mod that you can download which makes them playable fully residential worlds that you can move your Sims into. You don't have to go on holiday. So the mod might not work with the new update, but it might do. I'll leave it in the description down below if you want to go check that out. But we don't have to have that for this, because this is fully residential. You get 11 lots in the world and all. That is great for a game pack. I mean, the town that came with Get Famous was very small. Definitely could have been bigger, especially for the scope of what they were trying to achieve, like this LA vibe. So I'm glad that they've kind of taken that on board and given us this. I'm excited for it. You can also opt out of the whole weird things that are happening, like this mind control thing. So it is just a fully playable normal world if you want it to be. But if you want that whole mind control path, you can also go down there as well, which is great, because then every player can enjoy it. You know, you might not specifically be interested in this pack, but you can still enjoy it as an actual pack without all the, you know, like tinfoil hats and stuff. We also do know that Strangerville has its own weather system, which is called Strange Weather, and supposedly it's different than anything else in the game. But also you will need seasons to have that installed, but you know, that's why can't I think of the word? That's obvious, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And the bathroom objects also have a different object state. So that basically means, like, it's got some kind of reference to this infection mind control thing and the strange stuff that's going on in Strangerville. So I'm pretty excited for it. You can also have an aspiration that is like solely dedicated to this by finding out the mystery. And it's got a secret lab. So it's kind of giving me Stranger Things vibes, hence the name Strangerville. But also it's giving me, you know, strange town vibes from The Sims 2. So I am really looking forward to it, to be honest. Now, it is contested, and I'll talk about that for a little bit, because a lot of people they have their own play style. They like what they know, and they know what they like. Things like university and cars and stuff, things that have been staple in the other games. So like, we want them next, we want them next. And I completely understand that. I can completely relate, but I'm also completely up for something different as well, because we haven't really had anything new yet, really, in The Sims. Correction! We have had something new. The Sims 4 was the first time that a pack ever got split up from a different pack and you had to buy one pack to get another pack. That was a first. That was a first. And this is still kind of a rehash of something else, but the storyline is new. So I'm really excited for that. Really, really excited for that. And I think one crucial element that was missing in The Sims 4 is this whole storyline kind of vibe. It doesn't really seem to have a story. There's no deep things that have happened that you need to solve like there was in The Sims 2. The Sims 3 also had a lot of mysteries. And there is some of it in The Sims 4, but it doesn't deeply penetrate the game like it did in other versions. So I think it's a welcome change. It might not be what everybody wanted, but I am here for it. I'm ready for it. And I think it's going to give a very different vibe to the game, which I think The Sims needs. It needs something to shake it up a little bit, something out of the ordinary. And hopefully, even though it does kind of sound like the thing that you're only going to play through once and then never play again, but also in context, really, how many times did you play with like the whole Bella Goth mystery? You kind of solved that once, then never played with it again. But for me, it's still one of the staple mysteries in The Sims. It's still one of the staple things. I'm like, oh my god, like that mystery, that was so cool. So just because it's something that you're going to play with once and never play again doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It just means that, yeah, it might not come into your everyday gameplay, but I'm sure Bella Goth and stuff like that didn't come into your everyday gameplay after a while. I can see where people are coming from with not being impressed with this pack and not wanting to buy this pack and wanting other packs instead. But I see where you're coming from, and I respectfully disagree, and that's not me being like shady or sarcastic. Like I do genuinely respectfully disagree, because I'm a family gameplay kind of gal. Like I play the same families again and again. They all get the same kind of jobs, they all do the same kind of thing. You've got your stereotypical good kid, bad kid, athletic kid and stuff. But this, I'm excited for it, like I said, because it's so different, completely different. I really like the whole vibe that they're going for, but I also really like this whole vibe of stuff. Like I love zombie, apocalyptic, mind control. Like this is my kind of interest outside of The Sims. I absolutely loved Stranger Things, I loved Silent Hill, all stuff like that. So it's kind of two things coming together that I wouldn't necessarily like want to come together. If the Sims team came to me and said, what pack would you want, I wouldn't necessarily say this pack, but I'm also welcoming it and keeping an open mind with it, basically. But also I can see why people don't want to. Aside from the whole storyline thing and people not wanting that, I think the town itself could be great. I haven't played with it yet, like I said. Let me know if you want a like town overview. Well, I've already sat and recorded that today, so you're getting it. I hope that you like it and that you want it, but you've got no choice in the matter, because it come into you. And I'll do that as one of my game change videos, because I'm game changed now. I'm still like quite over it. I feel like such a big deal, but I'm not. So I think it could be great. I think it's definitely got the potential to be great. It's definitely got the foundations there to make a great story and just have a good time. We've got a decently sized world. We've got a good plot to go with the world. All of the things might not necessarily be usable, because we've seen some things so far, like the Hollander hat and stuff. I'm just excited. I'm finding it quite hard to be negative with this pack, because I am excited for it. I'm excited for the military career as well. I'm not too sure how it works, because to be honest, I haven't really played with the gardening career much in The Sims 4, but I'm hoping that it gives you the option for it not to be an active career and all, because sometimes I don't want an active career. I don't want to go with my Sims to their work. I'm just like, nah, do your thing, I'll sort the house out. I don't want to be like, oh, this, like, doing that, blah, blah, blah. I'm excited for it. I think it's got some great potential. I'm excited to see the lots, the storyline. I'm excited to see the people that live there as well. There's been some rumours about Bella Goth making a comeback with it. Well, I mean, she's in The Sims 4, but there's been some rumours about her being in Strangeville, which I think is pretty cool. And I think this is honestly just a great turning point for The Sims. I think they've taken things on board but put their own spin on it, because we've been begging for story-led gameplay for a long time now. We always say The Sims 4's got no character, it's got no depth, and this kind of gives it the character and the depth. Obviously, there's still some things that The Sims need to work on inherently in the game, regardless of the mind control plot, like how Sims interact with each other, how they interact with death and life events and stuff. So there's still things need to improve, but as for this pack overall, yeah, I'm like, before I've played it, I'd say I'm rating it a good 7 out of 10. However, I am going to, after this video, install the actual game and play around with it, and then I'll probably give you my updates after that, after I've done my LP, which I had a comment in my previous video on Belagoth saying that I should do an LP based with Belagoth in Strangerville, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So thank you very, very much for leaving that comment. Final thoughts on this is keep an open mind with it, because yeah, you might play it once and never touch it again, but that one time you play it might be absolutely amazing, because The Sims does things well in The Sims 4, and they do things well. No, they do. I mean, like, I'm finding points against my own points, but generally, as a basis, they do things well. There is some things that they need to improve on, but yeah, just keep an open mind. You might have a really good time with this, and even if you're not into the mind control thing, you can still have a great time with this, because the town doesn't have to be strange. So I think it's gonna be a good time, and I'm excited, and hopefully next we get university, but I can wait for it. Like, I'd rather wait for university and have it be a really good pack than have it rushed and out straight away. So that's all I'm going to bring you today. I hope you really enjoyed this video. I'm excited to go and install it in my game and really have a play about with it. And I will see you tomorrow for my first part of my LP and also a world overview. So yes, if you haven't already subscribed, please do. All my links will be up there. Leave a comment and we'll talk about how you are all feeling, because I love hearing other people's opinions and all. Even if it contradicts my own opinion and is completely the opposite to what I think, I still like reading it, because I'm like, you know what, no, I see your point. I disagree, but I see your point. So let's start a healthy conversation in the comments and let me know what you think, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye everyone.